Hey, in this video I'm going to be taking a look at a new plugin from Pulsar Modular called P11 Abyss. It's a compressor plugin, but it's also a lot more than that. It has a ton of really useful features, has a really nice clipper and two different forms of saturation, limiter built in, and just a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to go through. But I have a track here that is, I don't know what it is actually. It's sort of like it almost reminds me of an 8-bit or 16-bit console game. I'll let you hear it. It's just like something I've been messing around with. Picked up this flute from Sound Paint, which is like $20 or something. I'll leave a little link in the description. If you want to pick this up, you might be able to snag it for $5. So it's ridiculous, but it's one of the nicest sounding sort of legato flutes that I've heard. Sound Paint, I think, is by the same guys that make 8Dio. So really nice sound libraries, but they seem to be moving away from Contact, which actually is probably for the better because this seems to run much better. And I'm using Abbey Road 2 for the strings, which I've just rendered to audio. So I'll let you hear this first, and So, pretty gentle compression there. One of the cool things as well about this, you click on the VU meter and you can change the color. I actually think the blue looks great with the white background. You can also change it to a dark background and change the colors accordingly. But white with the blue is my favorite. So yeah, you've got the saturation here, which I normally like to drive first. A couple of different flavors, or you can have it just clean. Obviously you've got your ratio controls and things like that. This PSI sort of changes the character of the compressor. So it seems to clamp down and be a bit more aggressive when you have it dialed this way. Sidechain filter, which you can listen to. Auto attack and auto release. Which you can adjust. Almost sounds more like a synthesizer. I might have to pause the video or make some cuts every now and again because I'm currently recovering from the virus, and it hit me pretty hard. It took me out of action for about a week there. So yeah, I might have to stop every now and again if I feel like I'm having a coughing fit. So yeah, it's doing pretty gentle compression on the strings there. What I'll do is I'll go into the drum bus instead and just let you hear what it sounds like on there. So I'll drive the saturation a little bit harder. And that's driving more gain into the clipper. You can also drive the output saturation, and then that'll drive into the limiter. O2 does a really sort of interesting add some harmonics and boost the high end a bit. You can actually change this to expand mode as well, which does some interesting stuff. Driving more saturation. And adjust with the output trim. As far as I'm aware, the colors saved with the instance, so you can actually set them differently depending on what you're using it on, which could help for identifying different instances if you've got multiple open at the same time. Then another thing you've got in this is an equalizer, which can either be a shelf or you can set it to be a bell. Which can be very handy for just general tone shaping. Again, that flute just sounds amazing. So it can be pretty transformative. Plugin that I picked up recently on the Black Friday sales was Spectre, which is a really interesting saturation plugin. I found it really quick and easy to dial in. You can actually move it in front of the compressor here. You can change the saturation type. So I'm going to change that from tube to digital maybe. I really like it. So let's just lastly take a look at it on the Mixbus. The limiter is more sort of a classic limiter, it's not true peak. With this one I'd actually just set it on one of the presets and then tweaked it a bit. I'll take a look at one of the other presets here and see. Silky focused highs, let's try that. So what you would expect from a Mixbus preset, like it's very subtle, it's not aggressive. Let's try one of the more crazy ones, lo-fi. Like most presets, you need to adjust the threshold and very heavily clipped. So yeah, really, really nice sounding compressor. Some really nice presets there actually that work quite well in the Mixbus. I'll have to experiment some more with those. I've just been setting it up from scratch. Really versatile, can sort of almost emulate different compressors. So if you look there, there are some presets that are sort of aiming to emulate Fatsos or Fat compressors, so 1176, or using the expander to gate things. So yeah, opto settings, nuke settings, culture vulture, I guess, or culture phoenix. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's not the cheapest plugin in the world, but it's a very good one. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and I will be back with more videos soon, as long as I don't get struck down with some other horrible illness. Cheers.